Good day to all you horror freaks out there. Today I'm taking you back to the very end of the 1990s. 1999 was a year of fear for the new millennium, especially as people thought society would end with the Y2K virus or found other mostly religious reasons for why the end of time was upon us. We had also just now started to get familiar with the concept of reality TV, much in thanks to MTV's The Real World and later on Big Brother. So it was of course only a matter of time before some ambitious, young filmmakers would try to do a horror twist on the fresh new reality TV concept. And that's what we get in the movie I'll be covering today. I am Torstein from CinemaTerror, and this is the 1999 horror film Kolobos. Five 90s young adults have been chosen as the participants in a new reality TV project, where they will spend time together in what first seems to be a normal house. We have the self-absorbed actress Erica, the college guy Gary, who seemed to just find out that cinema is great, extroverted and fun Tina, the self-proclaimed comedian Tom, and the obvious outcast Kira, who struggles with anxiety and some other mental issues. They are all excited to participate in this project, although I don't think there was any final goal or prize involved. But you know, public exposure has always had a special attraction. The group seems to quickly get settled in and ready for a fun time. Well, except Kira, who is struggling with fitting in with her new housemates. But before they know it, the fun time ends with all of them being put in great danger, when the house locks itself up and deadly traps are to be discovered at their every step. Who is responsible for all of this and what do they want? Who can be trusted and who will survive Kolobos? Let's first start off with the title Kolobos. What in the world does that even mean? Before checking up what the movie was about, I figured it would be some giant monster or something. Godzilla vs Kolobos sounds just about right in my mind. But no, according to the movie, Kolobos means mutilated, and that makes sense in terms of the movie. Because unlike my plot description for the film, Kolobos tries to be much more than an easy horror take on reality TV. In fact, the ambitious effort put into Kolobos is what makes me want to do a video about it in the first place. The young aspiring filmmakers Daniel Liatowitsch and David Todd Ocvirk were fresh out of college when they managed to put together a $500,000 budget for this film, and they went all in trying to create something new and fresh for the genre. I don't know much about them, but it's clear by watching Kolobos that they were fans of the genre, and I'm willing to bet a big percentage of all the money I don't have that they were fans of Italian cinema and especially the work of Dario Argento. There is an attempt of using colors, especially red, green and blue, in the same way as say Suspiria or Inferno, and the movie even opens up with a music tune by William Kidd that is obviously inspired by Goblin and sounds like a fan's remake of the famous witchy Suspiria theme. They never get to the same level as the maestro they take inspiration from, but on such a low budget and without much previous experience, that is hardly a realistic expectation to put on them. While I applaud their ambitions on the film, I do think they would have benefited from going a more easy route with the story. Instead of having a simpler horror take on the reality TV trend, they also try to have a psychological angle included, and the mixture doesn't really work for me. They try to keep the audience guessing what is really going on, and they try to do a lot with the mental issues that our main girl Kira is experiencing, and I think they ultimately try to do too much at the same time. I also cannot say that I enjoy the hospital scenes that open and closes the film. They both felt like late add-ons to pad out the running time. I've used the word ambitious a few times, and again I do not want to knock the filmmakers for their enthusiastic effort, as it does come true that they really tried there. But I think Colobos would have ended up being a better film if we kept it simpler, especially as they had plenty of creativity going on already, with some unique traps in the house that would make Jigsaw proud. While we did have plenty of violence in 90s cinema as well, they still managed to make Colobos feel a bit ahead of its time, as this kind of stuff became more common after the success of Saw and others like it during the awfully labeled torture porn period of the 2000s. The biggest aspect holding Colobos back is the character work or simply the acting. I didn't find any of the characters to be very interesting, and the performances do not do much to save them either. Don't want to be too harsh on the actors, as most of them had little experience before this film, and some of them did manage to have decent careers after Kolobos, and I do think they tried the best there. The main girl Kira was portrayed by the most experienced out of the bunch in Amy Webber. She had a tough task here in playing a young girl with deep emotional issues, but since she got a bit more to do than the rest, I do think that she managed to stand out a bit. A fun trivia about Webber is that she will go on to become a WWE diva in the wrestling world. Oh, and of course I have to mention that none other than Linnea Quigley shows up for a quick little cameo. Colobos is a kind of flawed B-movie that I can appreciate. It's filled with young enthusiasm and an eagerness to go for it instead of playing it safe. It's too bad that the filmmakers behind this didn't go on to do much more in the genre, but I hope to look back at the time put the Colobos together with pride, as I'm sure that the film represents the cinematic taste and aspirations as young filmmakers. I'm not going to say that Colobos is a great film, it surely has its flaws, but if you're interested in seeing something different and unique from this time period, the Colobos can be worth your time. From what I understand, Colobos is released on Blu-ray by Arrow, and it is or has been available on the excellent streaming service Shudder. So if this sounds like your cup of horror tea, then give it a chance. I'm going to give Colobos a decent score of 2.5 out of 5. So that was Colobos. Have you seen or even heard about this one? What are your thoughts on this little indie horror? And are there any other low-budget, hidden gems from this time period that you feel that more people should check out? Let me and others know in the comment section below. As always, I appreciate any type of positive feedback, regardless if it is pressing that darn like button or a positive comment here or there. And I hope you enjoyed this video enough that I will see you again for more horror movie talk here on CinemaTerror. Thank you!